Good evening, everyone. Let's see if we have a picture. I think we do. Right, so during the day I've actually been thinking a little about changing my coach because he's down to disastrous leadership. I think that's actually going to be the first thing we do today live on stream, so you will know before everyone watching the Let's Play series. Just turn this down a little. Okay, so we'll do an existing player, and we can only choose this guy, Lawrence Grimes. And I know I've been talking about the fact that I probably don't really have the cash to do this, the excellent coach. And I think we'll just go balanced. And we'll retire him as a player, like this. And yeah, let's do it. So we've got a new coach. Excellent coach. One of the reasons also is because I cannot get this up with disastrous leadership because it also affects confidence now. So let's just see. What? Didn't I change my coach? Did I forget to? Oh, yeah, we have to confirm. There we go. And we'll also do a little extra thing here. Unless he wasn't removed. He wasn't. So thank you for your time. That means we are ready for a match. Let's just have a look, see. Yeah, okay, so new coach. Live on stream. Okay, let's just see finances. Oh, it hurts a little, to be honest. But we'll probably take up a challenge in order to trade up as much as we can during the playmaking stint coming up. We'll have to now, at least. Let's just see if we can open up another Hattrick window in the background. New coach. Not the best coach ever, because he's only really weak leadership, but he's so far ahead of anyone else. Did I recruit him as a player coach? I think I did, actually, because I stressed a little. The reason why I did so, I actually did. That was silly of me. I will. But I was actually stressing a little because if the game is simulated while we actually have the other coach, we might not get the increase in team spirit, not team spirit, background confidence that we would like, hopefully, to get from the match against San Calcio. We will add, of course, the top flight games like this, and from IV3 that means we have 8 games. If anyone out there is playing in San Marino, feel free to add another game to the program. It could also be if you play in a league with a starting time quite similar to San Marino. I do remember one viewer once, at least. Hattrick. Hattrick match times, perhaps. See if I can Google this. Global match schedule. Sunday. So it would be like Malta, Algeria, Iceland. Yeah. Anyway, I hope all of you guys have had a nice weekend, a nice week as well. William Sorgenfri playing away. Maybe that's a little gibberish from me. They're playing home to Jonas Luncher, and it might be a little hard for them to actually grab 3 points today, so hopefully we can win against San Giusto. Trapiceri against the unknowns. I'll be looking to move up the table, one of those guys. Steinhøj or Possessor. And in the final game, BKS Union Belize against Berlin United. Berlin United trying to hang on to Jonas Luncher. Hey Hampson, hello Mud. You noticed? Yeah, I got a little side gig. How does it feel to be a staff member? I guess it's all right. I think it's a good time to get started. I mean, it's fairly slow due to the fact that it's summer, and I think it's even more slow due to the fact that we've had like quarterfinals, and now we have quarterfinals in football, we have Wimbledon, we have the Tour de France. There's quite a lot of things going on besides Hattrick, so it's a gentle start for me, I think, which I think is a good thing. Like, there's a few things I have to think about now, at least. Like live streaming, there's things that I obviously can't stream to you guys. So but I mean, it feels good. People have been kind to me. I mean, in some way, it makes good sense to me that I can fulfill a role like this and help moderate the forums and such, because let's be honest, I spent a bit more time than what's probably good playing Hattrick anyway. So if I can contribute and moderate while I do anyway, kind of makes it a little more sensible. First mod, then GM, finally HT. I don't know. It's not like I feel like it's a career path anyway. It's not the reason I'm doing this. Certainly not. And I mean, I can compare the forums to back in the days. It's not as hectic as it has been on the Danish forums, at least. In the top flight, Damiano Tomasi FC against Penarosa Bramante. They've had a rough start this season, Damiano Tomasi, and it'll be interesting to see if they can do much about the defending champions and their quest to secure, I think, league title number 9 in a row. Mayalinas against FC Bernatchek San Marino. I think Bernatchek, didn't they finish second last year? And now they are in a relegation fight against Mayalinas. Very certainly also part of this relegation battle, I should say. The Cool Ones Academy promoted to the top flight this season against San Marino Fallen, the long shots team. Doing all right at the top of the table at the moment. The other promotee, perhaps, Marino Sharks against Aletis San Marino Jungs. Actually a top battle tonight. Number 3 against number 4. I wonder how long Penarosa will be able to compete. Getting a little old, the top players in his side here. 38, 36. Not really top players these, but The kickoff is roughly 5 minutes away. We should be able to beat not the AC Trebiceri, but San Giusto today. Fairly newly started team. I'd perhaps be able to break into top 3. That would be most satisfying. I was unlucky today in my match in Denmark. A little unlucky, not super. I only got one counter attack in this one with supernatural, but still looking at the start ratings here. It does have a divine 22 set piece taker, and they did score from a combination, so that explains a little. But I happen to know because he bought his set pieces taker from another league member. Still though, feels a little bad. But we have a little over half a season left to win the top spot. Besides that, we probably have to drop a few points in order to avoid direct promotion, which we are not ready for at all. Especially with the fact that the Danish team is going to start playmaking training in a season or so. In 13 weeks. Can't wait. Been training defending both in San Marino, Denmark, and it's starting to get a little tiresome. I have to brag, got an excellent 15-year-old 38 days attacker in the new club. Now I'm waiting for the secondary skills to be revealed. Could really need those to 3 million euros. With a good spec, he may be an under 21s prospect. Congratulations. That must feel very good. I'm starting to feel the need for another good pull, and I shouldn't complain at all. I mean, I probably sold for over 10 million euros already in my Danish team. I did pull a solid keeper today, but he was 16 and 40 days. Should be possible to make a little money. The only good thing about all the youth pools right now is the fact that I don't have to worry about getting them into training at the moment, because I don't have room to train any youth pool, no matter how good they are at the moment, simply because of this guy, right? Who's like the backbone of my cycle. And when you look at this potential 2153, you have to remember the fact that it's been 5 weeks since he popped in defending the last time. So that should get a very good bump next time he pops. And then that's the only thing he's been trained in, so any of the sub levels is not counted in still yet. So it's rather simple in the youth academy. Put it that way. It's kickoff time. Let's get ready to look at some ratings. But congrats once again, Hampson. I'm happy to hear that, because getting nice youth pools, that's one of the major components of Hattrick happiness. Let's see, Tomasi FC against Bramante. Okay, he must be in a counter today. Wow, that triple threat. We'll see soon enough. Myelinas, Bernacek. Oh, I'm backing Myelinas to win here. Could be we have some man markings and such. Let me just check something. Okay, this is actually working as intended. Right, let's just see the counter. Okay, it's only Titanic. I'm saying only Titanic. I didn't even manage to play to Titanic today. And Divine attacks down the middle. It could actually be a tight one, if Tomasi is lucky. San Marino fallen. And now I'm saying it again, only Titanic tactic level here. Marino Sharks. Aletis on the counter. This could be a close one. Yeah, look at the expected goals here. Magical counter. Is that 5? 4. Yeah, okay, that's pretty good. Pretty decent ratings, to say the least. Let's have a look at IB3. Tropicari. Both teams in a counter outstanding here. That means Tropicari gets... Look at the expected goals here. It's gonna be a long match for the neutral viewer. Only outstanding skill here. I had to play a keeper in the field today. Hopefully we can direct an attack or two on the right wing and grab a win here. Let's see. Vium Sorgenfri Creative. They have 3 speckless players in the field. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It might actually make sense here. BKS Union Berlin playing creative. They have 1, 2, 3 speckless. Okay, they're just ahead, but nothing more. .4 expected goals in a counter. Waiting to see the first goal of the evening. We had so many goals in the Danish stream today. We had one game ending 8-3. Hopefully, we'll get a lot of goals here as well. provide some entertainment. Are you not entertained? Let's see if China's launcher. There's a chance here. Apparently not. Okay, so here's a Manmark. Bashka. Oh, he's technical. Keenan Mungan. Let's have a look. See what that means to the ratings. If now we'll be able to see the they lose 10% in midfield. Wow. Gain a little in the central attack at least, and a little on the right. That's due to the defense loss here on the man marker. But 10%. Berlin United with the first goal of the night. PNF from Gerhard Döner. We're talking about the relevance of the PNF today in the Danish stream, and again it shows these guys are close to mandatory. Close at least. Bicchieri. Capino Mocchioli. Hey Mike, welcome in. Good to see you in the chat. I think that's a side netting comment here. Hope you're doing well, Mike. Is it hanging the viewer? Trebicchetti missing the attack in the left. I like the video of the starter training package, boosting the young defender to level 9 and going for the goalkeeper training. Hopefully I remember that when they open up a fifth team slot. Yeah, I was just thinking, I mean, obviously you'd have to know about picking the defensive approach initially. And as I said in the video, you can't know about this if you have no clue, if you're absolutely... But if you're introduced to Hattrick by someone who already knows the game, I think it's definitely a good option in order to get started with 2 trainees without spending any money whatsoever. You could probably overtake the earning by training something else than goalkeepers, but for the sheer simplicity and the easy way to get started. I mean, literally been on your YouTube channel all day. Oh, I'm glad to hear so. Marino Sharks. Another PNF goal. Are you crazy, PNF? PNF. And Atletis here trying to reply instantly, but they cannot because of Mihai Dragu. What are you watching? You watching the Let's Play series? Is this 2-0 from Dragu? It is. Come on, home fans. Let's go. There it is. Giannis Lunch are taking the lead against ACV Sorgenfri. Enrico Gasparoni on the right. Oh, and importantly, Inter Calvajero, Juan Salvador Matorel coming down the right side, making it 1-0 for the Nerazzurri. And now up to third in the league. So, a brilliant start to the game. Let's see. The unknowns. I'll be surprised if we get more than one goal in this one. That's not really a chance. I need a positive game. Oh, really? You did? Well, at least the Let's Play series has a potential to go on for a very long time. I've actually been working on a few more assets in order to upgrade the Let's Play series a little. One of the assets is actually to show how little it would improve week by week, and like to give it a visual display of that. Well, I'm trying to improve now in Hattrick. I've been playing it since 2004, but basically just set my team and let it play. You must have a lot of money then, I hope. 2004. 2004, I was playing my second team, my first real team. I found the game in 2002. Thanks to you, now I see there's so many tools. It's crazy how many helpful tools and how many helpful managers out there making really nice tools in order to play the game. I mean, in this way, it's a quite extraordinary community that Hattrick has. I mean, the average manager wants to collaborate and share knowledge, which is quite cool. Thanks to you, I'm selling the whole team and changing things up. Oh, I see. So do you have a certain plan in mind? always played the 3-5-2. Any successful team, except for a long shot team, will have to change it up. There's no such thing as a... Well, there is a long shots tactic. Dino Chievo. Nah, this is not a... This is a penalty. Oh, change it to 4-5-1. San Marino fallen. Goes up 1-0. Talking about long shots here. This is a long shots team in the top flight here. Corner to head. Evgeny Samchalov. What kind of team are you building? Wow, San Calcio Giusto with an equalizer here. Dal Olmo on a corner from Dino Chievo. Not the best development. We'll have to get one more. It's not going to be my day, is it? The streets. Let's take a look. I can definitely tell from your team ID that it's an older squad. Yeah, I used to have that as well. This used to be my team ID with my original team. I'm fairly sure. Kalvahev. Yeah, I remember it by heart even. Right, if you're Hattrick going up by 1 here, Nello Biasi. Been in Division 3 for like 20 years. I'll tell you what. Why don't we take a look at what we have to work with once you've sold your players? Like, what kind of funding do we have to work with? So you've been like wheeling and dealing. I remember playing by that approach the last time, and when I realized I couldn't get any higher than level 3, having to basically do what you're doing now, I was just like, I lost my patience. Which is sad. But coming back to the game this time around, I've had an idea what to do from day one. Even though I did start out training playmaking, and I was like, hold your horses, why are you doing this? Perhaps it might not be necessary, Hampson. It all depends how much you have to work with. I mean, Aletis clawing one back here. Friedrich Guggenbühler. I've had enough and lost my patience too many times. Yeah, it is really the hard requirement. Patience. Now I'm doing this properly. Alright, well, that sounds fun. I would actually like... It would be cool to like have a... to have a lot of money, because that's not the fact for me. I've started early both in San Marino and in Denmark. But I feel confident that I can earn enough to keep it going. At least in Denmark, because I had a extremely good start in Denmark. I will not lie about that. Do you have a rough idea of how much you'll have in the coffers once you've sold your players? Can't believe they equalized so fast. San Giusto. Berlin United. Clodomir Giroldo. That's the powerful defender here. It might be 2-0 for the guests. It is. They're putting pressure on Giannis Lancia. Only leading 1-0 against AC Viumsonfri. Anyway, Mike, if you want to spar about this whole new build, feel free to write me an in-game mail and we'll look things over. I'm always happy to talk and look things over. It's one of the most fun things about Hattrick. Let's see here. Enrico Gasparoni. He already scored once. And now he's scored a brace. 23 minutes in, consolidating the lead. 16 points. After 8 matches. Who's got the double against Giannis Lancia in 5v3? We do. Oh no. 155 million. That's in South Africa. Where do I see the currencies? I see that in help manual. Let's see, South Africa. Wow, that's oh. Always better when Berlin are away, so we don't have to look at that glitch snowfield. Yeah, I agree. I was thinking the same thing the first time I looked over this match. It's like, oh, yes. I'm not going blind. So 100 South Africa, 100 rand. Is 12.5 US dollars. So it's you should have way more, right? Or am I misunderstanding this? I would really like to see okay, so the rand is pretty low. So what would 155? Okay, it's 155 million rand. That's what you are selling players for, right? What do you have in the account? I actually work in Danish kroner, which is 10 times euros, but I would like, if you could post the figure in euros, it would be much easier, or just dollars. That doesn't really matter for me. It's just like it's my team name is Interkalvehave. Yeah, you could use that. Nothing in the account. Okay, but that's it'll be kind of a challenge as well. But no worries. I just had a look at your players, and they seemed quite talented. A little old though, but. All right, let's see. I have two Titanic 21-year playmakers. Let's just see here. Penarosa Bramanta going up by 1. All right, we'll have to see. Oh, you're not selling those, are you? Counter down the right for Penarosa. Richard Chachia. scores another one for Hattrick. Oh, it was a technical header event, actually. All right. We'll keep them. Okay. Are you using the Hattrick add-on? You could build. Oh, 1% chance to score here for Park Noni. Hey Zinnemann. Berlin United going up by 3. Nathan Suda. Nah, not necessarily. Like, all right, what's the HTMS of those two playmakers? But I mean, it could be that you have a head start. Oh, I see. "30 minutes in. Goals in all but one game." I tell you what, write me an in-game message and we'll talk about it after the stream. I know the feeling. Took me a long time to do anything close to a proper build in this game. Been playing non-stop since 02, but only really started cycle training in 2020. Yeah, you also have to factor in that having to do such an extreme build, which a cycle training, it is really extreme because we are talking, well, like a cradle to the grave. I saw it. I'll reply as soon. Let's say that. Charles Launcher up by 4. Otar Akla Panunchi. You didn't always have to build such an extreme way as like the cycle, cradle to the grave, like burn everything in order to succeed. That's something that's evolved over time as people have gotten more and more extreme. You used to see people sustaining their top flight teams longer than they can nowadays because people are well aware of the fact that you have to burn your squad in order to reach the top in most countries. What I've done myself was to wheel and deal, like probably you could call it like football manager mode, right? Where you would build up your team, you'll try to make good deals, earn a little. I never generated enough dollars until after the restriction, like board reserves. Yeah, that's the thing. That's how I used to play the game as well, and I've made it to Division 3 like that. And then I ran out of money. And we probably have to look at Hopefully you'll have a bit more actually. Cool Ones Academy. Never got to buy the national title or cup. Yeah, it takes a little more planning now. Yeah, Interkalvehave, Lea Zolotka on the right after 35 minutes. Would love to see it. Love to see it. Back up in third. Never looked at the market as a money-making tool. Only made money on selling trained youth players. Oh, I see. Penarosa Bramanta now from the central sector on the counter, of course, up by 2. 35 minutes in. Nesta Guzman, the man, scoring the goal this time. Alberto Filippi. Hits the bar. No luck. Which formation is better? For competitive play, I would probably say 4-5-1. Because it gives you the option to do something with your wingers. But I only get to play 5-4-1 at the moment because I'm trained defenders in my cycle. Let's see here, David Alducci. I've tried the 2-5-3, but it's just way too open at the back. Myalinas. 1-2 now. I played park football with a guy who did that to tremendous success before the financial director, I suppose. Restrictions, yeah. The thing is, like if you're building a balanced team, there's no such thing as the best formation. There's a reason why, like, people are going with this concept of playing the extreme counter, but you are way too easy if you're always playing on the counter extreme without a midfield. And I wouldn't say all formations are useful, but in order to play with a balanced team, like in order to play with a team that used to be like an always 3-5-2 team, you need to be able to have players to set up a decent counter. Like a counter attack where you fight for midfield. You need to be able to field an all-out attack against the long shots teams. All-out attack press in. San Marino fallen. The long shot team up by 2 now after a penalty. Santino, excuse me, Akionokli. But I'd say, like, I was anxious about going into the Myalinas, equalizing Fabrizio Cattin after a right attack. I was a little anxious about the prospect of going into the playmaking stint of the cycle training, because of the 50% slots and having to do skill trading. But I've only practiced it for half a season with my third team, Fabrikken, in Denmark. And just learning like a few of the thresholds. I feel confident now. I mean, I feel so confident I just hired an excellent coach for Intercalvahel, knowing that I probably don't have the money, but I'm feeling confident that I can earn some on some playmaking skill trading here in half a season's time. You'll see so in the next Let's Play video. If I suggest, if you suggest I must stay 3-5-2, then I will. Now, if you're doing a proper balanced build, Penarosa Bramante up by 3 now from a corner, and now a free kick. Ernest Puchilski. Is he going directly? Hits the post. I've just found some teams playing 4-5-1 are so solid and happy to take 1-0 wins. Yeah, but the thing is... Oh, no, it was not an external excellent coach, wow. No, I had one ready. I was thinking he's only weak in leadership, but I was like, yeah, let's make this a challenge, right? I mean, so now I have a reason to do well in the trading. I'll show you guys my new coach in a minute. He's not mind-blowingly good because he's only weak. He should have been passable leadership. But the problem is, I started the San Marino team and then they introduced the changes to the coach salaries. So I was like, maybe I'm not going to convert this guy. But now the other guy is actually at disastrous leadership. So I cannot generate any confidence with my current coach. So anyway, what I'm trying to say about those formations, if you're going for a proper build, you're not going to worry about your formation for a good while, because the only thing that dictates what you're playing in the early stages of the cycle is what you're training. Let's see here. Damiani Tomasi. Out on the left. It's aimed straight for the keeper's arms. And it's a miss. Coaches do decline, yeah. The leadership declines in a somewhat random way over time. And once the leadership has declined all the way, then their coach skill declines as well. On top of that, they changed the confidence system. So now it works a little like form. So if you win once, you'll have a change to your background form. Not background confidence. Now it has to accumulate. And once you start winning more games in a row, you'll see changes daily rather than an update during the week and an update after the match. Yeah, I'll be happy to take a look at what we could do after the stream, sure. But doing a cycle plan. Future coach for half a mil. Oh, you actually made a gold bar. It's my third week that my confidence is slightly exaggerated. Oh yeah, but that sounds like a... That sounds like a... Like what it would used to be if you keep winning in the old system. Basically, you'll end up with the same confidence, but your coach leadership now has an impact. And I can definitely see the difference between my Danish team and my San Marinese team. Apparently I'd forgotten why I bought the veteran. I see. Alright, so it's halftime here. Let's just go over the scores real quick. Penamosa Bramante by 3 against Tomasi, FC Damiano Tomasi. What's a gold bar? A gold bar is a goalkeeper, for instance, because they keep the value so well. Like even aging by a few years, you should not see them lose too much value. The same goes for future coaches. Like people would just stockpile future coaches and keepers in order to keep value in the squad rather than in the board reserves. So Hattrick changed the way goalkeepers and future coaches work. So if you have a player with solid leadership, he has to play more games in order for you to get the full transfer fee if you sell him. Otherwise the money will go to the reserves. Myalinas and FC Panachek, we have a 2-2 match on our hands here, and it will be interesting to see who takes the lead in the second half. Cool Ones Academy against San Marino Fallen. We have the away team, the Longshots team, leading 2-0. Marino Sharks against Aletis San Marino Jungs. The home side leading 2-1. AC Trebigetti against the Unknowns. 0-0, still deadlocked at halftime, and I doubt we'll see a change to that fact. Intercalvajao leading 2-1 away against San Giusto Calcio, and then John Sloncha leading 4-0 away at Vigrum Sorgenfri Stadion. And then finally in this round we have Berlin United looking fairly solid with a 3-0 lead away to BKS Union Belize. Right, Mike, you know what? I'll show you guys my Danish training planner, because my Danish team, the players in my Danish team, is actually more talented than the cycle I'm doing in Intercalvajao. So I'll just get a glass of water and then I'll be back to go through this. He's only 5 leader, but 19 experience. If you want to make him an excellent coach, didn't even notice the match results from the chat dynamic today. That's fairly busy today. It's pretty fit. It's pretty cool. And fine. It's nice to have a lot to talk about. Right. Mike, are you still in the chat? Oh, let's see here. You need to be a supporter for this training planner. Yeah, but the 4 time now. Yeah, no worries, Peaky. Thank you for stopping by. Thanks. I think it looks rather solid, so I'm hoping to win. Hey, Sachet. This training planner will require supporter, but don't worry about that, because if you've seen the cycle planner tool, you can easily do this. You can easily do this outside Hattrick without supporter. If I play a player for the full match Sunday, he gets 90 minutes of training. Can I sub him in on Wednesday at 90 and get him extra time with training so he get 120 minutes training in total? No, you can't. You can only get 90 minutes worth of training for a week, unless he's played part time in a 50% slot. If you're training winger or playmaking, that is. You would be able to upgrade, because the training system always picks the best possible training time within the 90 minutes. So if a player plays 60 minutes in center midfield and 60 minutes in the wing while training playmaking, he will get 2/3 of the 100% training and the final third as the 50%, roughly leaving him at 75%, right? Anyway, you're training defense. Okay, in that case, you shouldn't worry about it, because all the training spots are 100% slots. But you cannot train more than 90 minutes. No, you don't need to download the cycle tool. I can show that in a sec as well. Anyway, if you look at these 3 guys, these are the core players in my current plan. Riku Åstrup, he's the oldest, and this is in 13 weeks once we are done training defense. At this time, I've been training defense for like roughly half, 3.5 seasons for Riku Åstrup here. He'll be the PDIM, so he'll be almost Titanic defending. The other guys, Benelisau and Hauke here, will be world-class defending. But the thing is, this is a rather extreme build, because it's from the cradle to the grave. These are from my youth academy as well, so they'll be homegrown. The next phase will be 2 seasons of playmaking, a little more. Then a season of passing, 2 seasons of playmaking, a little less than a season of scoring. See, at this age they're 26, then a season of playmaking. We're still just training 10%. So, like if we do like an extreme cycle plan with those guys that you've trained in playmaking, we'll have to do some defense training. The problem about having 21-year-old players and starting with a low amount of cash is that now you also have 4 seasons less to earn money with all the rest of the guys, the profit slots, you'd call them. So it might be that you have to train for some money before you get started. There's an upside to this, however, because it could be this time gap where you're looking for a few homegrown players anyway. Because at the end of this cycle, I mean, imagine now this is the only training stints that I've loaded in until the age of 30. But this doesn't mean that I'll end this at this age. I'll be continuously training. Perhaps if I have a chance to get any of these on, like Rico, for instance, if he can get on the national team, I might train him further in playmaking. But imagine the amount of time and training that the half level in all of these skills, what it means if you were supposed to train it at the end of the cycle. It's like half a level in all, especially in playmaking. It's just, it's not even possible to train. I think he would retire before he would reach the level, most likely, or close to even. So it could be that we will, and it also depends how extreme do you want to go. But starting with the plan with 21-year-olds means that you have 4 less seasons to actually accumulate money to pay the wages later in the cycle. Oh, well, no. I'm not training. Like, for the end product of this plan, there'll be 3 core players, and in a little over half a season, I'll be adding 2 wingers, 2 mythical playmakers. They'll be added just after we finish defending, maybe a little before. And then at this point here, I'll be adding a striker, a PNF, because I've already made arrangements with other managers. They are training my players right now, and I'll be putting them into my system here. Let me show you the kind of... you probably want to sell your playmakers because you would want to have more money in the bank. I'll show you what kind of wingers I'm talking about that I'm adding to my build, because I'll be training them in playmaking as well. Quick and unpredictable, 20 years old, mythical. And if you look at these guys, so these guys you pick up after 3.5 seasons, roughly. Then you have 5 players. 5 players for your build, right? You're calling these the half-baked players. Must have been coined by Papa Mish, right? And then you add all right, yeah, you might as well note this. But mythical wingers, that's just how I planned it out, because you could wait a bit and add magical wingers, but then again you would have to, like, I could try 21-year-old magical wingers. We're talking a different figure as well, probably 15 million euros, 120. You have to divide this by 10, 12 million euros. You see, not only do you have to raise this money by the time you have to buy the wingers, but you also have to pay the wages, and that means dumping in like a 40-50k wage into your build already after 3 seasons. That's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. Let me just quickly show the tool that I was thinking. Like this tool. This way you can basically load in all your desired players. Like, say we have in a midfield. We want to train him at the age of 17. Start out by like some 5 defending, 6 playmaking, 3 winger. And you know, the first one, we would train him. We would probably start training defense 3 seasons. Let's just say 3 seasons. Have an excellent coach. Boom. There he is. You'd see he would be world class at this time, starting out at 5 defending. Then you could add another training cycle here. Say playmaking for 2 seasons. That's like this. Excellent. Then you update it. He would be outstanding. Now, what I'm doing right now is also what I would most likely do in any real scenario, and I'm doing this with my own training plan as well, is I actually swap into passing here. The sole reason I'm doing this is because if I continue training playmaking and not swapping around, the wages spirals out of control. And I started early without a lot of money as well. So basically, alternating a bit between playmaking and passing. I always would want to start finishing the defending, because training defending limits you, if you want to do it effectively, to any formation with 5 and at the back, and it's quite limiting when you want to perform or try to win, because you also want to win a few games in the league in order to generate money as you play. Hey Steven, you don't download this game, you just go to this this page. If you can look at my players that are listed, maybe you can tell me if you should keep any of them. Yeah, let's say I'll take a look at that after the stream, and then we'll talk. Anyway, the second halves have started here. Oh, a little hot in here, but let's see here. Any modifications to the No, not really. Yellow card for Martorell. Just shown a yellow. But also, I'm obviously, I'm not only training the 3 players, I'm training defense, I'm training 10 players at a time, I'm training a goalkeeper. Yeah, like if you look at, I'm doing the same thing, the exact same thing in San Marino here. So if you look at this guy, this is actually a keeper. Giannis Lancia up by 5 now. Otakra Panunzio, that's a hat-trick as well, and Francesco Zacchini with a red for AC being zone free. If you look at my lineup here, this guy is actually a goalkeeper training in defense. Attack on the left, we will probably not score here, unfortunately, but we've given up left attack. So my core players are here: Francioni, Camellini, Zanotti. Then I have another goalkeeper here that I'm training in the midweek. This guy isn't the most talented ever, but he's part of like an exchange plan. I'm training this guy because I have another guy training my future forward. Because I'm training the goalkeeper in defense. And because I sold the player and I haven't found the replacement yet, so I'm just sticking this guy in defense because I'm playing a relatively weak opponent today. So it's just like, yeah, might as well get him trained. Intercalvahau is my team. I have 4 teams because I have the platinum package. But I'm doing the same thing in San Marino in Denmark. By mono-skilled, he means players only trained in one skill. Basically, the inner midfielders I showed you before, you want them to have a good amount of defense, a good amount of passing, a good amount of scoring as well, if you want them to convert special events and contribute a little to the center attack, and that you want to have a buttload of playmaking as well. Let's see, would that be... Okay, you definitely have something to work with. Might have wanted a little more, but we'll take a look at it. Oh, you only trained one skill? There used to be a time where that would be what you primarily did, but that's quite a while ago. I think I have an idea of an approach we could use, but we should stick to that after the stream, I guess. Because there are different approaches. Depending on how much money you have to start with. Started in 2002, And in your defense, you could argue that in 2002, playing monoskill players was the thing to do. Belize. Gets tangled up in the defense here of Berlin United, and it's a counter-attack. Oh, it might be 4 here. And it is. 4 for Berlin United. Keeping the battle for first place alive here. We have to play China's Launcher next round. Oh, look at that defense though. It's going to be a tough nut. Exactly, and I'll stick with that excuse. Alberto Filippi misses on the left for Maialinas. He had the chance to get them ahead here, but no luck. Berlin United with the 5th. Gerhard Döner scoring for the 2nd time. A brace now from the German powerful forward. Berlin coming down the right. The drawback here, starting to make it possible for Belize to actually defend against them, but not in this case. Edwin Gazzi. And now it's 6-0. Oh yeah, the monoskill. I mean, George Carey, that English keeper. He played to 22 stars. Let's see. I'll give you guys a look here. So 22 stars. Almost a million TSI. See if there's any indication of how. That's the same. Yeah. Well, anyway, that's like a super mono-skilled player from back in the day. Hey, Mambo and Ben. So the things I've done so far today, I've used the stadium tool to get the best possible seating. So you up early, Mambo? Because Peaky just went to bed. Herman Feuch? How do you pronounce that? A TSI of 0 and a wage of 1.6. I don't really remember that guy. Yeah. Just hit the school holidays. Oh, I've been off the school holidays for like a week. Yeah, like Friday, and then obviously it's Sunday now. Yeah, so like 10 days. Violinas down the middle. Ignacio Virgil, and it's 3-2 for Violinas. Looking pretty good. Whoopsie. Manfredi Algieri. Algieri, he's the right winger here. Brought down by the keeper, but nothing. And it's registered as a missed chance in the central sector. Still deadlocked. 0-0. Between AC Trepichetti and the unknowns. Oh, he's also on the wiki. What? Padalov just put up a bid on my striker. I'm selling to keep Huskies out of financial problems. I'll have to check that out. Bogdan Dinu. See, oh, he's actually quite good. Oh, let's see the wiki for Herman Feuch, if that's how you pronounce it. We can look it up here. Let's see. Herman Feuch was probably Hattrick's best winger. He was part of the Dutch national team, was owned by a bot team, die Dartschelle Durchfisch. Because bot teams don't have form changes, he was locked in excellent form in December 2006. He was also resolved from his bot team and sold. The 28th of May 2008, he was fired by his manager. At that time, he had already left the Dutch national team. He's the first player in Hattrick to experience a TSI overflow, thus displaying his TSI as 0 due to database limitations. Oh, okay. I see. All right. I'm not going to read that out aloud because that was just like binary and all that. Crazy. The crazy old times of Hattrick. Gianni Orobasa. Who's on the ball here? It's the home team, I think. It's the left back. Trying to see if he can make a difference. That's pretty cool though. Reloading the viewer. It seems to be stalling a bit here. Another left attack for Calvahau, but Kotatko doesn't have what it takes to convert this chance here. It makes sense. And Billy Powell's with a booking. That's the home team. The right winger. Giusto on the counter. Oh. I mean, this feels like the day where this could happen. Keeper makes a spectacular diving save. I mean, as long as we get a win today, it's all good. Hopefully we can start accumulating some confidence. But then we have to play Giannis Lancia twice. I mean, what? Oh, I'm looking at a super drawback. But outstanding, world class. Yeah, remember the people... It used to have a section in the manual as well. The myth about the Hattrick clown, the team leaders. San Marino fallen up by 3, this time on an actual long shot. Vittorio Pelengin after 68 minutes. They're looking quite good for the second place at the moment, but so much can happen in the double weekend. The double round coming up for everyone in Hattrick. Did we have a chance of some sort? I don't think so. Giraldo. Let's see if they can do some proper defending this time. Union Belize. A defender emerges on the line and clears the ball away. The defending champions, Penarosa Bramante, on another counterattack down the middle. Ignacio Santos. Wow, he's actually made a hat-trick from central midfield today. That's good going. I mean, I remember the first player I had that was brilliant. And I was so proud. Like, it felt so big. It's called Chris Slater. And I remember him getting a red card in his debut, and I was like, what is going on? And I remember having a striker called Shaky Gelders. Giusto on the attack. Ignacio Carata. Alpi. No. Clear to safety by the defense. Good guy. Good playing, guys. Good playing. Davide Venanti. They are ahead. AC Trepichetti leading the unknowns, and that'll probably be the only goal we'll see in that game tonight, because look at these conversion rates. Not looking too hot for the unknowns here. Actually, always nice to look at those old player avatars. I like the old school ones better, to be honest. The new ones are alright, but I like the heavily pixelated ones. They sure could something. Myelinus could something. That would be a Danish translation. Never mind that. It had a certain charm to it with the jagged pixels. Mike Duffy was my first star striker. Banged in all the goals straight into the Hall of Fame. I mean, I've actually made a point of that in my latest non-Let's Play Hattrick video. If you really... I mean, just like any football relation, if you want success in real life and in Hattrick, you better not get too attached. But in Hattrick, it's a little odd, because why would you get attached to these pixels here? Like all these ones and zeros in a database. These bytes, these bits. But you do. And sometimes being too attached, that'll be the reason why you're not selling like a player you're supposed to sell, or But it's also what makes this game so glorious. I mean, John is launching now up by 6. Wing event from Malina, and he assists Kanchelski on the other wing so well, and now it's 6-0. Jakub Bali with no chance to score here at all, but he'll try anyway. Kanchelski, speaking of a legendary winger name. Oh, wait, is he actually going to make... Oh no. 7. An unpredictable mistake ends up at Panucci's feet, and now it's 7-0. Look at that formation, 5-5-0. Worked so many times against... Were you up against a long shot team? Like these guys? The thing about the long shots formation is you build a very specific team of 10 pretty much similar players here. The thing about this tactic, it has been if they nerf long shots anymore, do I have any other option except using press with that squad and hope for set pieces goals? I don't think they'll nerf it anymore. I mean, they seem seemingly weak against an all-out attack press. Like a balanced team capable of setting an all-out attack and pressing with relative strength. Tactically should have a good chance, right? Tassos mentioned something about a change to long shot teams. Yes, you can. You can win the first division. It's not that long ago a Danish long shots team won. See, oh, it might be 5 seasons ago or so. Let me just see. In another window, of course, here. Mikhail Kowalkowski is alone with the keeper. Oh, that's a few minutes ago. Season 83. We had a long shots team winning by 4 points even. But it's harder to win because they weakened that tactic because it seemed to be too strong, because you could it's a really extreme because you have to train all of your players specifically for that tactic, and then you can only play that tactic for most clubs. And then it seemed it was too strong. They changed some, but you can still win a lot with it. You can see San Marino fallen here. They are second in the top flight. Level 12-13 press tactic should not be effective against the level 21-22 long shot tactics, in my opinion. Yeah, perhaps, but if you didn't have like the press against the long shots, there wouldn't be any downsides to play long shots. I think you should look at pressing as like the threshold of pressing is just that lower, like. Daryl Carolina. Right winger here with the chance. Saved by Matthias Alexander Sauerwinkel. Nine minutes to go here. It's a little too dramatic. Pernacek equalizing here after an attack down the left. Now it's 3-all. Wow. Paolo Ranieri. Marino Sharks here. PNF. So already scored once from a PNF event. Let's just reload here. Stalling a bit. Oh, he scores. And it's 4-1. Marino Sharks, the promoted team here, looking quite good. Impressive form from the promoted side. Most definitely. Luigi Banfi going off the field, and Andrei Wojchenko subbed on here. Passable stamina. Yeah, I'll see. Makes sense. We have 5 minutes left to play in this round. Looking all right. But oh, Giannis launching winning by 7. That's a little scary. I have to play these guys 2 times in a row in the league. See if there's any chances here in the dying minutes of the games. Not at the moment. And Rossa looking very solid. Still. Keep beating Tomasi, as the report also tells us here. Two minutes left now. I'll be happy to open up a 3-point gap to AC Sornfri, because I might not get any points for 2 rounds against Janus Lancia. That'll be so tough. We'll have to see if we can do anything about it at all. Obviously, the defense ratings right now are heavily inflated. Starting ratings around outstanding. World-class attack. Three minutes at it between. Oh, there's one thing the ACVM Sornfri players wouldn't want to see is added time when you're down by 7. They probably just want it over with. It doesn't look like there's any added time between San Giusto and Inter. One minute at it here. Opening a gap of 3 points to the unknowns and AC Trepichetti. We win 2-1. Lotka and Matarel being the winners, the goal scorers for us today. Very nice, very, very nice. It'll be 2 rough games against Janus Lancia for sure. Let's just remove it from the viewer already. Let's cycle through here. One additional minute here. Almost over. Walter Kratschmeier. That's a silly moment to grab a yellow. Can't reload right now. Just a yellow. They win 4-1, however. Marino Sharks looking pretty good at the top of the table. 4 points ahead of number 4. Trepichetti wins 1-0 against the Unknowns. Bad luck for Steinhøj and his troops today. And the Cool Ones Academy lose 3-0 at home to the Marino Fallen. And it looks like a draw here between Myelinas and Bernacek. It ends here between Damiano Tomassi FC and Penarosa Bramante, defending champions. Still looking like a good shout for the championship this season. Here it ends. Berlin United taking a 6-0 win away against BKS Union Belize. Giannis Lancia winning by even more away against AC Vium Sorgenfri. Scary because we are facing Giannis Lancia in the next round. And between Myalinas and Bernacek SM, it's 3-all. Let's take a look at the league standings in IB3. All the way at the top, we have Giannis Lancia, 16 points. 1 point less in second, we have Berlin United, 15 points for 6 games. We are in third here with a 3-point gap, and we'll be happy if we can have a 3-point gap by the time we have played 8 rounds. Perhaps seeing that Berlin United is playing AC Vium Sorgenfri, but Belize is playing Trepikeri. I'll be happy to have the third place in 2 weeks at least. In fourth, AC Vium Sorgenfri with 8 points, 7 points for BK Union Belize in fifth, and AC Trepikeri with 5 points after 6 games in sixth. At the bottom, we have 2 teams. Number 7, the Unknowns, only 2 points so far, but they are training defense, and you'd understand why it's rather difficult to produce attack ratings. San Giusto Calcio, all the way at the bottom, due to a worse goal difference. Minus 11, 2 points. We'll see if they can change their point score after 2 games against BKS in a row. In the top flight of San Marino, we have Penarosa leading 15 points. 2 points ahead of San Marino Fallen in second, who are then again 2 points ahead of Marino Sharks in third. They have 11 points. 7 points for Letis San Marino Jungs in fourth. And then we have a tight battle below the qualification lines, and in the relegation zone we have the Cool Ones Academy at fifth, 6 points. 5 points for FC Bernacek San Marino in sixth, and then Myalinas also at 5 points. Same goal difference, same goals for and goals against even. It's basically a coin toss here, and Myalinas in last place, 4 points, and a better goal difference though. Anyway, that's all for tonight, people. Thank you so much for stopping by and chatting. Mike, if you're here, I will be responding to your message in game very soon. And let's have a look at our plan for your team going ahead. Hampson, thank you so much for being here tonight. Hope to see you guys sometime soon. I'm not entirely sure about a Sunday stream because I have some semi-plans about going on a sailboat trip with my brother, but we'll have to see when we actually go ahead with that. It could be Monday, and then I'll have to prepare Sunday. We'll see. I'm not promising anything at the moment, but I hope you guys have a great week. Take care and have a great rest of the Sunday evening. Bye, guys.